Hello students, in this video we shall discuss exercise 1.3 of class 10 maths. So before starting the exercise we have to discuss the theorem 1.3. See, in your book it is 1.3, theorem 1.3 is given. Let p is a prime number if p divides a square, then p divides a, where a is a positive integer. This theorem you must understand. So theorem says if p is a prime number, let us consider a prime number, suppose say 3. 3 is a prime number, and 3 divides, if p divides a square, that means 3 divides a square number. Let us consider it is 36. 36 is divisible by 3, so 36 is a square number. We cannot take any square number, it must be divisible by 3. So this is a square number. Now 36 is divisible by 3, we know. See, if we divide 36, quotient is 12. So if 3 divides 36, then 3 must divide 6 also. That means the square root of 36. So this theorem is true for all these prime numbers and this type of the divisible square numbers. Exactly, the square number must be exactly divisible. So next we start the exercise 1.3 number 1. Number 1, we have to prove that root 5 is irrational. You know, root 2, root 3, root 5, these are the irrational numbers. Now we have to prove mathematically these are the irrational numbers. So to prove irrational, first we shall assume these as rational number. So you have to do this proof like this, and this proof is same for root 2, root 3, root 5. If one you can understand, you can do the others. So watch it carefully. Let us assume root 5 is rational. Alright, therefore root 5 equal to p by q. Q is not equal to 0, and p and q are co-primes. Now I'm just showing by an example. Co-primes, these rational numbers, in case of rational numbers, this p and q are integers, and these are always these are the co-primes. Co-primes means what? There is no common factor in between them. Suppose if I write 3 by 5 or 4 by 7 or 1 by 2, these are rational numbers, you know this. So see, 3 and 5 individually, these are the integers, 4, 7, 1, 2, and see in this case there is no common factor in between the numerator and denominator. There is no common factor. If I write minus 2, then this is also actually minus 2 by 1, so there is no common factor. So this is where rational numbers are like this. In between numerator and denominator there is no common factor. That's why they are called co-primes. Now squaring both sides. After cross multiplication we got p square equal to 5q square. Now see, if p square equal to 5q square, the value of p square contains 5 as a factor. So we can say that p square is definitely divisible by 5, because as it has 5 as a factor. Therefore 5 divides p square. You can write it in your own language also. And so 5 divides p. By theorem 1.3 I have written this line. So now if 5 divides p, then p must contain 5 as a factor. So let p equal to 5m, where m is an integer. Now squaring p square and 5m whole square. So p square, value of p square already given. You can mention in equation 1, you can give the equation 1 number. So from 1 you see you can replace this 5k square in place of p square, and then you write from 1. So ultimately we got q square equal to 5m square. Alright. Now see, q square also contains 5 as a factor. So q square must definitely divisible by 5. Therefore 5 divides q square, and so 5 divides q. So I have applied exercise theorem 1.3 in this line. By theorem 1.3 I have written this line. So see, we shall got 5 divides p and 5 divides q. Already we assumed in the beginning that p and q are coprimes, but here now we can see that p and q are not coprimes. There is a common factor 5. So this is a contradiction. So now we have to write this. Both p and q have common factor 5, which is a contradiction. To our assumption. I have just written simply. So as we considered the our previous assumption, what we have considered p by q and p by q are coprimes. Now we have got these are not coprimes. There is a common factor 5 in between them. So this assumption is contradiction. It is contradict the fact. That means we consider root 5 as rational number, so this cannot be true. It must be an irrational number. This contradiction proves that this must be an irrational number. This cannot be a rational number. Hence, root 5 is irrational. Alright, this way you are to prove it. Now in case of root 2, just in place of 5 there will be 2, and when you prove root 3 in place of 5, in place of all the 5 you replace all the 5 with 3 and replace all the 5 with 2 in case of root 2 and root 3. This way you can prove. If you understand one properly and writing system, then you can do the others also. Anyway, so let's see the next, number 2. Number 2, see, prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. So we can start as the number 1. Let us assume 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational. Therefore 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to p by q. Now 2 root 5 equal to p by q minus 3. So root 5 equal to 1 by 2 into p by q minus 3. Just I have done the simplification. I have shown what is the value of root 5. Root 5 already we have proved that it is an irrational number. Root 2, root 3, root 5, these are irrational number, already we have proved. Now I am just showing the value. So value of root 5 is 1 by 2 into p by q minus 3. So p and q are integers, 2 and 3 are also 2, 3, 1, these are also integers, you know. When you simplify or when you carry out an operation among the integers, the answer will also be, result will also be integers. So you have to write this. Therefore, is, definitely it is a rational number. So if it is rational, which is a contradiction. Why this is a contradiction? Because this value, this is the value of root 5, and this cannot be rational as root 5 is irrational, already we have proved. So value of root 5 cannot be irrational, that's why it is a contradiction. So our assumption was wrong, hence 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. Alright, thank you.